So you're wondering, how the heck can you buy, sell, or trade Cardano NFTs? Well, lucky for you, in today's video, I'm going to be covering all of that and then some more. So let's get right into the video. First things first, we're going to have to get our hands on an NFT, either from buying it or another form of buying it, which is called minting. Minting is pretty straightforward on Cardano. Basically, right now, you send a certain amount of ADA to a certain address, and in return, you get an NFT. Now, we're going to go over an example of that right here. Here we have some random project that I found on Twitter. That's usually where you're going to find your projects or sites that offer you when the next projects are minting. I'll leave some of those linked down in the description too, like Next CNFT. Anyways, you find out the project's minting, you wait for them to release an address or a website link, and then you'll simply go to that website and follow the instructions. In this case, we copy the address, we go to our Nami wallet, and we go to send. Then we paste in the address. I use Control V. You can also right click paste and then put in the amount of ADA we need. So we can click back off, say we need 40 ADA, go over here and then type in 40 ADA. Okay. So after that, you would type in your Nami password and you would have minted this NFT rather than just bought it off the marketplace. Next up, we have the second form of buying NFTs, which is going to be through a marketplace. JPEG Store is the marketplace of my choice at the time of this video, and it's the one I've been using a lot lately. They have a very nice UI and everything is pretty smooth on there. Now, how can you buy NFTs on this marketplace? Well, first things first, before we get any further ahead of ourselves, you are going to have to make sure you have a decentralized application or dApp capable wallet. So Nami wallet, the one I'm using right here, CC Vault, Typhoon wallet, Flint wallet, any of these wallets I just mentioned, they'll be linked down in the description and you can go try them out or install them yourself and get ready. Now, if you're wondering how to use Nami wallet, I have a complete guide on that, which I'll also leave down in the description. That's what I use right now. All of the wallets are very similar, so once you get the hang of one or a guide of one, you'll probably be able to go into any of them no problem and basically know what you're doing. Going back to the minting Cardano NFTs, this is also really important. Make sure you never send ADA from an exchange address. If you send ADA from an exchange address to mint the NFT, you will never get that NFT likely. It will not work and you should not do it. So you're going to have to create a wallet like Nami or whatever wallet you want to use to store your ADA off an exchange and then mint the NFT. Another quick side note, if you're wondering how to see your NFTs and you don't want to go to, say, your Nami wallet to view them in the tab that is the NFT section, you can also simply copy the address and paste it into the search bar on the site pool.pm and see all of your fungible tokens. Basically, NFTs are not fungible because there's only one of one. In this case, there's more than one quantity, so they're fungible. But yeah, you just paste in your address on pool.pm and you could see your NFTs on there or in your wallet. If you have a Nami wallet, you can also just basically go to anywhere in pool.pm, click this little wallet icon, and it'll bring you to the wallet you're currently in on Nami. All right, but now we've got all that out of the way. Let's go buy our first NFT on JPEG Store. And you're going to want to make sure you've watched that Nami guide and enabled your collateral on Nami wallet. Otherwise, you won't be able to do so. JPEG Store will give you a warning if you don't have collateral and tell you how to do it. So it's pretty straightforward. If any errors come through, likely you'll be able to resolve them in a timely manner. So now we have to find a project that we want to buy. In this case, I'm going to go for something cheap and go to Hosky Cash Grab NFTs. Over here, you can see the floor on them is 8 ADA. So we're going to go ahead and buy this one with the Santa hat because it looks cool. Essentially, you can go to a project's collection page that you're interested in, scroll down and see everything, right? You can see what's on sale. And in many cases on JPEG Store, if the project is, fully verified, you can see the traits and filter by those as well, which is really nice. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to buy this one. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is click Buy NFT. After you click Buy NFT, no matter what wallet you're in, if you're one of these 3 wallet options that support on JPEG Store, you can go ahead and then sign for the asset. It's going to build this transaction. You just got to wait a sec, sign for it, and then once you're done signing for it, if I get my password right, press enter or click confirm, and then it's going to take a minute and it'll tell you if it's been successfully submitted. Now, keep in mind, after you've submitted this transaction, if you're using the same wallet, you are not going to be able to buy another NFT or perform another transaction like a sell or listing of an NFT unless you have this transaction that we just put in fully submitted and sent through, so there's nothing pending in the back end, right? So one transaction at a time. If you do not see the transaction on the right hand side here on this in your history, then it is likely still processing. Okay, so we just sent 8 ADA, hasn't shown up here, so it's still processing. Also, if we go up over to an activity after this has processed and submitted, we're going to be able to see if it's still in progress or if we should send another transaction because it didn't go through or whatever else may have happened. So the first one didn't go through and I tried to submit it again, but as you can see here, the other one is still pending, so it doesn't let me send another. Now, it's going to tell you in JPEG Store. A lot of the other marketplaces are not going to tell you this. So this is why I would recommend JPEG Store to anyone new to Cardano NFTs and trying to get into it so they can really get a feel and understanding for what's going on when things don't go quite right. But essentially, once a transaction is successfully submitted and you don't have any other transactions in your wallet's backlog, you're going to see it pop up here in your activity as in progress. And then once it says confirmed here, then you'll be good to go to send another with the same wallet. If you want to do multiple purchases in a quick succession, you can simply go to NAMI and change wallets like this or change accounts. And then you're going to be able to simply send a transaction now with this new account as you're not utilizing the same initial balance. Now, if you want to sell an NFT, all you have to do is go to the wallet with the NFT in it and press the button sell NFT after going to the top right and then clicking my NFT so you can see your inventory of the current wallet. Now, if you've switched NAMI wallets and your other wallet is still showing up here, you can simply click Control-Shift-R to fully refresh the page, and then you should see your new wallet or interchange up here the address instead of the state key with the wallet you're currently in so you can see the activity and what's going on there. Now that we've accomplished that, we can go ahead and try to sell this NFT. This one isn't verified, no one knows what it is, and it doesn't even have a picture, so it's probably not going to sell. But nonetheless, we're going to list it for the minimum, which is 4 ADA, okay? There is sometimes going to be royalties on projects that have certain policy IDs, or they're made by certain people. So keep that in mind that JPEG Store is going to tell you your end result after the sale right here, after JPEG takes their service fee and the royalty cut is put in place. Now, if you're satisfied with that amount, you can send the listing by clicking send listing, and then it's going to prompt you once again with a NAMI transaction. You can read through it here, say, okay, I'm losing Wag Me Beef, and I'm losing 2 ADA because it costs ADA to list a NFT. Click sign and then type in your password and submit the transaction. It's going to be processed and then it'll be live on the marketplace. Now, before we go over to trading NFTs in a secure way and looking at some other marketplaces you might want to check out to get better prices on collections you're interested in, we got to say you can unlist this NFT. Okay, right now it's pending transactions, but if you ever go to your for sale tab, there's going to be a button to unlist it. You're going to have to pay a fee to grab it out of the smart contract, and you're going to get that initial deposit of 2 ADA back. So that's something to mention. It's very simple. When you go to your for sale tab, there's an unlist button and you can unlist the NFT if you no longer wish to sell it and you want it back in your wallet and not in the smart contract wallet. Okay, now that we went over JPEG Store and we went over minting NFTs, buying NFTs, selling NFTs, unlisting NFTs, we can go over some other marketplaces where you might get better deals on collections you're looking at. Sometimes the floor prices on JPEG Store for certain collections, whatever they may be, maybe it's a popular one, maybe it's a not so popular one, will be higher than the floors on a marketplace like CNFT.io or any other marketplaces that might be popular at the time. So sometimes it's nice to see some other ones. The ones that I will mention in today's video are CNFT.io as pretty much the second biggest marketplace, unless you're looking for either Dead Pixels or Space Buds. Those two NFT projects have their own marketplaces for their own project. But CNFT.io is the founder of Cardano NFTs and marketplaces. And it's going to be a great place to go if you want to possibly scoop up some better deals or just take a look how the market is looking on this marketplace as well. Keep in mind, all of the links to the things that I've mentioned will be in the description below if you want to go check them out and get a hang of it for yourself. That is the best way to do so. Now, with that being said, there's also some other marketplaces which I want to mention that I haven't used very much but are looking pretty promising, which is epoch.art. And this marketplace just went live, which looks very nice. And also we have freeroam.io, which hasn't went live yet, but I am pretty excited for this one as I do own 2 Ghost chains, which gets profit share from the platform. So this one's pretty cool. They have a unique thing where you can see all of your NFTs in a dashboard format, which I'm looking forward to. But that is just the beginning, okay? These are 4 marketplaces which I would recommend at the moment, and I'd say they're the more bigger ones. There is a lot of marketplaces out there, and there will be more marketplaces as the space grows. Now on to trading NFTs, and this is a pretty awesome service right here. You could use a Discord escrow service where pretty much you're using a middleman, there's trust involved, or you could open a trading tent on tradingtent.io, and this is pretty awesome. Pretty much all you have to do is press open a tent, and then after you've done that, you connect your wallet, you enter the tent, and they're gonna have to take your stake key, so you're gonna have to sign over some access. So be careful with this. Don't trust every site you see. They could be malicious. Just keep that in mind. That's why we have collateral enabled as well. The Emmy wallet is now here. We can open a new tent. Basically, we set a password for the tent and we can open it. Then you copy the link in the top right here. You send it to your friend or the person you want to trade with. You select your assets, they select their assets, and then you confirm the transaction. You both submit the transaction, and only once both sides of the deal are met and submitted will the assets be exchanged. It's a super cool way to trade NFTs. I believe you can also add an ADA here, and it's a lot better than Discord escrow services. Keep in mind, this tool is in beta. It's not perfect, but to me, it looks pretty freaking awesome, and it works pretty well. So this is what I'd recommend for trading. As you know, buying JPEG Store is going to be my recommendation at the time, as it does let you know the most as the user on what's going on. And for mints, I would say Twitter is the best place to go to find projects you like and then join their Discords and talk around to see how they're going to be using their mint process. And that's it for the video today. If you want more information on Cardano, the ecosystem, how to utilize the ecosystem, how to traverse it, or just news in general, please consider following this channel as I do post videos pretty much every single day, and also staking with the Jack stake pool to earn passive ADA on top of your ADA without locking it up and all that juicy stuff. That being said, I'll see you in the next video. Crocodile.